Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? Ladies and gentlemen, sharpen your pencils and prepare your debate skills. For we are about to go on a roller coaster ride through the maze of American problems. I have a question for you. What is the #1 issue that the USA could be facing in the next 10 years? Well, grab your popcorn and put on your tinfoil hat and join me as I examine the many aspects of the great American discourse, one issue at a time. The first one is too much hate. It feels as if Americans hate each other. Politicians and media have done a bang up job screwing over the entire country while convincing you that your neighbor, who is on the other side of the political fence, is your real enemy. Meanwhile, they all get rich off of us. There's snakes, every single one of them. The next thing is the broken system. The completely broken political system and all that comes with it. Citizens United, the rise of authoritarianism, all the corruption and scandals, gerrymandering, misinformation, a lot of it. No other issues can be solved when the mechanism by which to solve them is fundamentally broken. The next thing is division. Increased political division, and each state trying to one-up each other with contradictory legislation. States have always had significant free reign, but not like they're doing now, actually trying to undermine each other. The next is retirement issues. Retirement and healthcare. For retirement, two factors are driving us over a cliff. The first is the Social Security crisis, which is slated to be underwater in 2033. That number is likely much, much closer given many factors, meaning it's a feasible scenario in about 7 or 8 years. We don't really know the full impact of Social Security being underwater, but it will mean fewer people will be allowed to retire. And this will result in an older workforce that will prevent newer workers from entering or moving up into well-paying jobs and careers. The second retirement problem is how underwater the workforce is saving for retirement. With the cost of living outpacing the median wage, more and more are underwater in terms of having a way to retire. So coupled with being underwater in Social Security, you have an aged workforce staying too long and being unable to replenish itself. So the next thing is the bad structure. Falling infrastructure and failing infrastructure, it just keeps coming in spurts, it seems. A bridge falls apart or a train derails, toxic waste in your water supply, lead-rusted pipes, potholes, makes you apologize to your car when you feel like you just went through a localized earthquake. It's insidious, but it costs much of our income, harms our health, and then it can end a community. The next one is being overly brainwashed with the division. Stop hero worshiping our politicians and hating on your neighbors. Stop being brainwashed by the media, by anyone, like even social media personalities that are just trying to force feed you garbage. They probably do it even more so. You know who I'm talking about with the clickbait and the, we got 30 days or we got 30 seconds, grab your kids and say goodbye. Knock it off. Okay, that's who I'm talking about. The next thing is clean water. Clean water, groundwater. Some believe that we are poisoning this planet. What are your thoughts on that? There are already wars being fought over water, or its lack thereof, to be precise. We will not be able to be exempt from that. The next is government corruption. The same issue it's been facing for the past 10 years. A blatantly corrupt government that always puts the interest of companies over the American people. Congress can keep giving themselves raises and increasing the Pentagon's budget without a problem. But putting money towards healthcare or education or anything that benefits the people is socialism, and we can't have that. Only the politicians that are already rich from all of the bribes get their healthcare paid for. By who? By us. The next thing is no jobs. Decline of entry-level white-collar jobs as AI starts to reduce the number of those positions. The next thing is trigger issues. If it's not one issue, it's another issue. And there are all of these trigger issues to keep you engaged and distracted while the oligarchy make you work harder and longer and pays you less for your work. The next thing is the cost of living crisis. How many people can afford a house and don't live paycheck to paycheck? Some of this involves politics, but the cost of living is mainly the cause of corporate interference. The next thing is the burst of the bubble. The global de-dollarization bursting the bubble of consumerism. Awful automation and the subsequent lack of demand for staff. If dealt with properly, this should and could be a solution, not a problem. And lastly, corporate America. While the politicians and the news media and the morons are distracted fighting over who's woke, who's not woke, corporate America will become the majority owner of private housing. They will be able to push the general population out of the market and into corporate-run leasing rental with private information that is no longer an option. So what do you think about these issues? What are the issues that I didn't touch on? Put those in the comment section below, okay? All right, guys, I'm out of here. I will see you in the next one. You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping, and as always, fear less. Ciao.